just a couple thoughts that came to my mind was certainly the governor had a lot of new and expanded programs. We've talked a lot about the need, if we're going to get our fiscal house in order, to make sure that we don't have new and expanded programs right now. I like some of the things that he said about getting our fiscal house in order. I think those things are super important. It's time to pass some of that on to taxpayers. And I think that it would be behoove him. He said in one point, I think the quote was that you're not going to get a seat at the adult table or at the grown-up table if it's not going to be permitted for you to have a seat at the grown-up table, I believe is what he said, if you don't want to talk about, serious budget issues. So I would say to the governor, I hope that that is true, that you're going to give a seat at the grown-up table, if you will, for those of us who have good ideas. I think the Republicans have some excellent ideas on how to make some permanent changes, how to give permanent tax relief to the taxpayers of the state, rather than election year gimmicks. Many of these election year gimmicks that the governor proposed will certainly get him some votes in the next election. But if we want to make real changes, it will be about actually making those changes in a permanent way, as opposed to waking up the morning after some massive giveaway program when everyone kind of feels like you are in the middle of, I don't know, I think I jotted down something that said like a spending hangover. So if we're not careful, when we have all of this added spending, when all the Biden bucks go away, then we're going to have a real problem with how to pay for all of this down the road. So I like the idea of giving taxpayers some relief at the pump. I want them to get that taxpayer relief in a way that doesn't do a backdoor steal from the lockbox. Many people that I talked to said they didn't care so much about the fact that the motor fuel tax went up, but what they did care about was making sure that the money was spent on the things that it was proposed to be spent on, that it actually went for roads and bridges. The governor already got a little bit of a smackdown when he talked about taking money out of the lockbox. His proposal is just a way to make sure that he can backdoor it. So he'll be stealing from the lockbox by not putting the money in there. Republicans have a very good proposal for how to give relief at the pump. It's real money. It wouldn't take from the lockbox. And in fact, it would give more money into the lockbox, but not it would give taxpayers some relief and also not steal from our road fund. So I think that the real takeaway from this is remembering that we want real changes. If the governor is sincere in what he's saying, then he needs to allow Republicans a seat at the table. That just has not happened in the past. I hope that he truly means that he's going to give people a seat at the table who have real reforms. Republicans have those real reforms. Governor, we're waiting for you to give us a seat at the table.